Hello, I am going to give you a very simple intro to glow-in-the-dark paints, just so you can get started. We have plenty more videos that you can watch to get to know how to use them and so on, but I've attached this to the welcome message, and just so you know what are we actually talking about. I use pigments. In the starter kit here, you can see if I do this and I turn off the lights, you can see that these glow, these do not. All of these colors here are pigments, which just means that they come in powders, like this. So you can see my little bottle, and it's just a powder that comes out. We mix this with oil mediums. A medium is then something that hardens. If you can use these with acrylic too. You can use these with both acrylics and watercolor. You can use watercolor, but that behaves strangely, and we'll have tutorials on those. But that's something to be avoided for now. Acrylics you can use, and then you can also use water, but you need a binder. In our painter kits, you get the binder already, both for acrylics and for oil. But you can just ask for a binder in your local art store, and they will know what you need. That means that you use that binder. I can show you here what I have. What's inside of this here, not the original. You get a few different ones. You get liquid impasto. It's a paste. When you use your own oil colors or your own colors, you get the consistency of this. You don't get kind of a liquid fluid, which is more something you do if you use linseed oil. If I were to put some linseed oil in with the pigments, it's just much more fluid. It's runny, which is why we have both. And that just means that the consistency of your paint will be different. With the fluorescent, the UV reactive colors, these are so fine that you can just blend them like this. With the paste too, you can do that. The paste we use because, first of all, it dries very fast, so you can put thick layers and it dries overnight. But also, with the glow-in-the-dark colors, if you've ever tried these out and you've been frustrated, then you've probably been frustrated because they are sandy and grainy, and they are. There's no way to avoid that. You can see when I do this, it's like small little grains of sand, basically. If I turn this off here, and I do this. So here you see, you can actually see the grains. This is why you get the flashlight. The flashlight we use to charge the paint as we go. You can see that my painting here too, when I charge this. Charge just means that the particles, the little crystals that are in glow-in-the-dark paint, they take up electrons so that they can then release them again, slowly but surely, and so they glow on their own. Glow-in-the-dark glows on its own. UV needs a UV light. These are ultraviolet reactive colors. I have a beamer above me. You can also use you can just use the flashlight and you will see it. These are UV flashlights. It means that most of the wavelengths you can't see, but the colors react to them and send it back, which is why we then see the colors when it's completely dark. So, the binder with linseed oil is too thin. You won't really trap the grains very well, and you'll see it. If you use the impasto, the paste that we give you, then you can trap it and you can put a heavy layer on, and it glows so much stronger if you do. So these are the essentials. I use colors from Technoglow. You don't have to buy the starter kit. Just go into Technoglow. I'll have a link below as well. Sorry. And these are the same pigments. They are expensive. There are cheaper ones. You can buy some of Temu, but they will be very weak and they will fade fast. These here, especially the greens, they can even handle sunlight and last for decades. But sunlight always degrades any paint much faster than usual. So I would always advise you, if you want them to stay for the longest time, don't expose them to direct sunlight. You can have small experiments, but not every day. So, another thing to know is that We will have tutorials with acrylic paint too, and acrylic behaves differently. You can use these exact pigments in acrylics, you will just get a different medium. But acrylic painters have the benefit of being able to buy colors already pre-mixed. If you go to Technoglow, for instance, you will see there are little bottles that are already mixed, so you can do that. But I think it's nicer to use the pigments. You can then use a lot of my effect paints that I do. I have things that I will teach you. Well, I don't have it right here. I have some thermochrome and photochrome things. They work in very weird and quite wonderful ways. My thermochrome here goes translucent when it gets warm, and that means that you can use it. Let me show you just a second. Let's see if we heat this up. I've not done it very well, but I've done it a bit. So you can see here, when this warms up, the color shade changes, but it's not actually the colors that change, they go translucent. It's a very complex thing. I have tutorials on that. But it means that you are ready to use these pigments too. So once you start, if you always use pigments, it's going to open up a world that isn't just going to be closed to you if you don't. Because no one really makes these colors at the moment pre-mixed. So I would always advise you to use the pigments from the start, get to know them. But we do have a few different things if you don't want to. So if it's too difficult, and if you're worried about a mess, if you're working from home, there are two things you can do. Either you're an acrylic painter and you use acrylics, or you're an oil painter and you buy oil sticks. These are from Senhe. These are not glow in the dark. They are UV reactive. There. An oil stick dries, but you can always just take the film off it. You don't have to store them in a particular way. We then smear it on the palette, and you can now use it as normal oil paint and mix it with your turpentine. The binder is already there. You don't need anything else. You don't need linseed oil. You could just use your turpentine and use it. That's the easiest way into UV painting, is using oil sticks. I'll have a link below for that too. For acrylic painters, you can use pre-mixed ones. There are a few different brands that are good. You can have some links there too. We'll have quite a link list underneath here. I think that's what you need to know for now. How to get started, what you might want to use, and so on. Now, there are so many more things to come, and we'll be talking about micrograins, how to blend the colors, but all of that are for different tutorials. I hope this gives you a little bit of a bearing and a bit of an understanding how to proceed. So I hope to see you in more tutorials, and well, I hope you join me in this magical world.